Unpopular opinions. We all have them. For example, I think you should be able to vote in local, state, and national elections right from your Xbox. But today we're going to be specifically talking about unpopular opinions when it comes to the Call of Duty franchise.
One by dead bad guy.
Skill-based matchmaking is fine. Everyone wants to feel skilled at video games, and it's satisfying to get kills in games like Call of Duty. It's everyone's dream to hop into a match, own all the noobs, and top the leaderboard with a 42-0 kill-death ratio. In recent years, Activision has added skill-based matchmaking to the games to even the playing field. You get matched up with other players according to your skill level. I've heard complaints that it makes every match feel sweaty. I've never understood that. Do you only want to play with people worse than you are? To me, that doesn't sound like a challenge, it doesn't sound like fun, and it isn't a good way to grow as a player. The theory behind skill-based matchmaking is that the teams won't end up stacked like that, and that everyone can have a good time. Unless your idea of a good time is dumping on players much worse than yourself. Colorful characters and gun camos are awesome. Call of Duty started off as a realistic World War II game, then after a few sequels became a modern-day military shooter. It slowly went off into the future and eventually became something else entirely. You know what? I actually like it that way. If I want to play as a 35-year-old woman from Brazil who lost a bet and now has to go into battle wearing her old cheerleading uniform from high school, why the hell not? Or if I want to play as whatever this is this God? Or the guy who works tirelessly to cook your bloomin' onions at Applebee's? Or a dad with a Burt Reynolds mustache on vacation in 1980s Middle America? Or Danny Trejo? I want more unrealistic maps. The latest COD, Modern Warfare, looks great, but most of the maps look the same. I want to see more bright, fun-looking maps like Splash and Micro from Black Ops 3. Especially Micro. Look at this, it's like the heartwarming 1989 film Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but with guns. I'd rather play on these maps than yet another abandoned, crumbling office building in a fictional Eastern European country. This one is particularly controversial. Tranzit was fun. Tranzit was the first zombie map in Black Ops 2, and it's pretty much universally panned as one of the worst zombie maps in Call of Duty history. The biggest complaints are the thick fog keeping you from being able to see anything, and the annoying creatures that jump on your face whenever you go off the beaten path. I absolutely agree with these criticisms, but I still find that this map has a lot to offer. It's huge and gives you a ton of room for exploration. The bus system is creative and forces your team to work together to make sure you don't get left behind. It was the biggest departure from the established zombie mode formula, but instead of taking this and making it better, they never really did anything similar ever again. I would love to see this map get remade in a future game with all of its issues fixed, and expanding it further with more places to explore. This leads me to my next point. Zombies needs a complete reboot. Ditch the old story, it was dragged along for far too long and is incredibly convoluted. Rethink the entire gameplay. Do something on a huge Warzone-sized map that feels refreshing and new. Something that feels sprawling. I want to go on missions where I need to hike for miles to find weapons and ammo, run from zombies, get fuel for a helicopter, and rescue other survivors. The zombie mode has been doing pretty much the same thing for over 12 years at this point, and I think it's really time for a change. On to my last controversial opinion for now. We need to see a map creator like Far Cry and Time Splitters. There's a few COD games that have had support for mods on the PC, most recently Black Ops 3. It's an incredible gift to the community when they release these tools, and we've seen people make incredibly creative zombie maps, new weapons, and even some new character models. I'd love to see them make a simplified level editor along the lines of Far Cry 5 or Time Splitters, something you could even use on consoles using your controller to make maps. This would extend the replay value of each game and keep people coming back for years. On the other hand, with only a year in between each COD game, I can see why that hasn't been a priority. That's going to be it for now, but I want to hear what you think. Drop me a comment if you agree or disagree with any of these, or if you have an unpopular opinion of your own. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.